One of the biggest problems in education right now is the fact that we have teachers in the public school system that are terrible teachers. They're lazy, incompetent, complacent, and they're really doing our kids a disservice. The problem is that because they're tenure, the school districts can't fire them. They can't get rid of them because the current system doesn't allow the district to fire the teacher, no matter how poor of an educator that teacher is. In fact, the LA Times recently published an article stating that LA Unified currently has 160 teachers that are paid not to teach. That's about $13.5 million every year wasted. What this means is that these teachers have been reprimanded for committing inappropriate acts. Things as simple as falling asleep in the classroom to serious as a hot glue gun. I mean, literally gluing buttons on children's noses. I'm not exaggerating. A teacher originally from Orange County was teaching at an elementary school in Compton, and during an art project, the teacher literally took a hot glue gun and glued buttons on the children's noses. I know of an instance where teachers have exposed students to nudity in the bathroom. I also know of instances where teachers have threatened students with physical violence. Now, I even know of a case where a teacher held a broken ruler to the student's throat as punishment, and it emotionally traumatized these kids to the point where they were having trouble swallowing their food at lunch. I could go on and on and on with dozens of real life stories where teachers acted inappropriately. And the scary thing is that those that were tenured, the district couldn't fire them. And the system required the school districts to continue to pay them. So as I said earlier, LA Unified is currently paying 160 teachers to sit in the district office and watch TV or read a magazine. They're literally getting paid not to teach, and the district can't fire them. It's absolutely sickening. The question is, what is the solution?
A Harvard Educational Policy and Leadership Program study indicated that one of the two things needed to solve this problem is to have an effective teacher evaluation system. The problem is that there's never been a standardized teacher evaluation process. And the reason this is such a huge problem is that any type of teacher evaluation up until this point is that they've all been subjective. So if a teacher isn't performing well, there's really no way to prove it quantitatively.
That's why I developed TOR, which is an acronym for Teacher Observation Report. This is the only standardized quantitative teacher evaluation system in existence. I know in the past, school districts have relied on consulting firms from the business sector to develop various programs for the field of education. But the problem with using a consulting firm like this is that they don't have a background that's rooted in education. Our program was developed by educators for educators and pilot tested by educational administrators for educational administrators. Another one of the many reasons why this software application is so effective is that it allows an administrator to objectively grade a teacher using this performance evaluation tool. Now you're probably asking yourself, what's the point of all this if the district can't even fire a teacher, even if they have quantitative proof that a teacher is an unfit teacher?
In 2010, the federal government allotted $100 billion to educational for 2010, and the first $4.3 billion went to a new program called Race to the Top. So far, Delaware and Tennessee have been awarded substantial funding, and another 40 states have applied for a piece of this funding with a deadline of June 1st for this year of 2010. Now here's the exciting part. This campaign funding was based on certain criteria, and one of the main criteria was that in order to qualify, the state would be required to have an electronic teacher evaluation system in place within 90 days of approval. Our system is the only true electronic teacher evaluation system on the market. We're looking for people to solidify contracts with the various school districts in these states. Now, the average commission per district contracted is $10,000 in commission. There are currently over 15,000 school districts total in the 40 states that are applying for funding. So do the math on that. That's over $150 million in available commissions to be paid. Now the beauty of this is that the federal funding is already there. It's already been earmarked for this specific purpose, and we're the only software application currently in existence that meets these federal requirements.
Being a school administrator, I am passionate about improving the system. We have teachers that should not be there, and we're losing teachers that should be there. We have to change the system and give our children the best teachers possible.